Hello and welcome back to Scratch Golf Academy. I'm Anthony Vessecchia. I'm a TPI certified golf fitness instructor. And today I want to do a few drills that are going to help you with your hip strength, which will then in turn help with some of that weight shift towards the target. So we're going to work your abductors and your adductors, which most people have a weakness in, especially if they worked an office job or travel often. Now, before we begin, please like, subscribe, hit that notification button so that we can keep bringing you more content. So the first ones that I'm going to do, and most of this, you're going to be lying on your side. Actually, for pretty much all of it, we're going to lie on our side to do this drill. I have this box set up. You can use a bench. You can use an ottoman in your home. I don't have a mat today, but I would suggest maybe getting a mat just for your elbow because it is going to be down for part of it. So I'm going to go ahead and get down on the ground. The first one that we're going to do is going to be very simple. It is just going to be a clamshell. We're not going to use this box at all for this. We're going to lie all the way down, and we're going to have our rear end, our heels, and our shoulders in alignment through most of these exercises that we do today. Actually, I think all of them. And I want a 90-degree bend in the knees. So the first one is just clamshell. All we're going to do is raise our leg up and down, just like this. But as you do this, don't let your hip roll backwards, okay? I want you to make sure that it doesn't roll backwards. I don't want to use part of your back for this. We're just trying to use our gluteus medius here for this drill, okay? So we'll do 10 of those. And then we're going to go into an extended one. So the extended one is that same motion. I'm going to come up on my elbow now, though, in my forearm. It's the same motion, but now we're going to extend. So this is going to be an extended clamshell. So we're going to lift ourselves up and back down. And we're going to do 10 of those. Okay, so now we're working this, but we're also putting a weight or more resistance on the lower abduction movement and also on this glute. So it's just going to add a little bit of progression to the movement. Okay, and as we do this, try not to turn to the floor, try not to lean back too much, try to stay straight. And you'll do 10 of those. After you finish 10 of those, we're gonna now move into really working this side again, and we're going to straighten our legs. So I'm gonna angle a little bit because the box is in my way. We're gonna lay back down, we're gonna keep our knees bent just the way we were, but the top leg is gonna straighten. I'm gonna aim my toe at the ground, and I'm gonna raise it straight up. And I'm gonna do 10 of those. This is really gonna focus even more on that gluteus medius. The other thing, a lot of people will start bringing their leg out in front like this. Now you're starting to work a little bit more in your rectus femoris here. We don't really want to work in the quads. We want to keep it in the glutes. So we're going to make sure our foot stays over our heel of the bent leg. Okay? And your foot aimed down. And you'll do 10 of those. After you finish that, we're going to get back to this position. We're going to keep our knee down here in that same position. Straight leg. We want to make sure we're in a straight line. And we're going to now lift ourselves off the ground. If you need to have some regression in this movement, you keep your knee down like this and you help with your knee. But you try to get most of it coming from your groin or your adduction movement, okay? And you're gonna lift yourself up. After you do 10 of those, then you're gonna hold. And if you have to put your knee down to take it to regress a little bit in the movement, that's fine too, okay? But then we're gonna hold for 10 seconds after we do 10 lifts. Okay, so then you'll flip over and you'll do the other side. And I would say go through those 2 cycles. But give those a try. It's going to start to strengthen up the hips in general. You're going to have, a lot of people really don't train abduction and adduction, and they run into hip pain sometimes, or injured hips, or the muscles just aren't firing right, so they don't feel that they can get the proper rotation through the swing. But these are going to add a lot of stability to that hip joint and obviously help your golf game and help with a lot more weight shift. So, again, like, subscribe, and we'll keep bringing you more content. Hope these work for you. Take care.